Canberra's music scene is waking from its winter hibernation to prepare for what could be its busiest festival season. From humble beginnings, local festivals are now drawing some of the world's biggest acts. They're generating millions for the local economy, creating jobs and bringing a different kind of tourist to the capital. We're not quite Woodstock, but musicians and music lovers are finding a place in a city not always known for embracing the young and the reckless. Ben Lisson reports.
You know, they're really popping up all over the place. So many people go to the
people, the atmosphere.
These aren't the sounds synonymous with Canberra yet, but they're well and truly on their way.
Because it gives an opportunity for lots of local artists to jump on board these huge names and also get their name out there as well.
Dance and rock festivals have been rapidly expanding in the territory, alongside niche events like the National Folk Festival, Coranbank, and the Multicultural Festival. And smaller ones like Oktoberfest at the ANU are also popping up.
We like to see live music in Canberra, and every now and then a good band comes along. But if one band comes along, they encourage another band to come along, and sooner or later, Canberra has a burgeoning live music scene.
Local bands and DJs are cashing in.
If you just compare it to last year, I think even this year we've had at least 3 more festivals than last year. It's all about festivals nowadays. Like the club scene just isn't as big as what it used to be, and if you play a festival, you get that chance to be exposed to so many more people than in clubs.
Canberra's own DJ Cheese has been plying his trade for 3 years and just landed his biggest break yet. He'll play at one of Canberra's fastest growing festivals, Foreshore.
I just like to play stuff, sort of records that are in the moment and stuff that I really like and I want people to hear. And, you know, you've got to try and create a balance for what you want to do, but also include everyone and get the crowd really going. I think it's a balance between luck, talent, and it's also a lot about who you know.
Performing alongside some of the biggest international names, Cheese won't miss his opportunity.
You can leave them with a CD and they might hear it, and from there anything can happen, and I think that's what happens to so many artists that are up and coming.
Stories like his are becoming more common as festivals attempt to attract concert goers, promote the grassroots of music and turn a profit.
Canberra's becoming a destination as a result of, great shows, good production, and of course some money being there. Festivals are now growing to a level and putting enough money behind the festival to create an experience and a festival that's worthy of them arriving.
But music festivals aren't new to Canberra. In 1971, the University of Canberra held a small music event to celebrate the institution's foundation stone. It was called Stone Day, and local bands filled the lineup. Now called Stone Fest, the headline acts are global superstars. Tomorrow, drum and bass artists Pendulum will play to thousands at this year's Stonefest. And this year's Foreshore Festival has landed international DJs who play in some of the world's biggest clubs. Attracting those artists was tough, but organisers say it's getting easier.
It's a negotiation process which relies on the artists being interested to come out at that time, there being a number of quality shows for them to perform at, the money to be right. And generally, Canberra at present, you rely on a touring agent to give you a date off the back of another tour.
Can you give us a general idea for how much a band can cost for a festival?
The lowest, one of the bands that we're paying will be paid, $100. That's one of the DJs. They're just, really happy to do it for the exposure. But then, you do go well into the 6 figures with some of your bigger acts.
Festivals have also been a massive financial windfall. Foreshore alone generates $1.6 million for the local economy.
As a business, a festival needs to look at multiple revenue streams because artist expenses are so high, production, all those things. To put on a show that will draw a major artist, those things are required.
Young revellers in their thousands descend on the capital for the festivals, but similar events around Australia have been swamped with illegal drugs and alcohol abuse.
We got the semi-finals of the Beer Olympics!
Well, we enjoy it without that. Yeah. But a lot of people enjoy it with it.
People get this opinion because drugs in Canberra are quasi-legal, that Canberra's the drug capital of the world. Drugs are going to be part of every festival. Deal with it.
Private security firms are usually the ones charged with keeping drugs out of festivals, and they become one of the largest expenses for organisers. But so far, local events have avoided the issue that's plagued other high-profile festivals around the country.
Are drugs a significant concern for you at a festival like Stonefest?
Look, I have to be honest, the last couple of years here, I don't think it has been. It's always something in the minds of the, the authorities and our security, so we certainly make provision for all of that, but it hasn't really been an issue as such.
Noise complaints are also an issue, with festivals forced to move from nearby residential areas. In the literally crowded market, festivals are constantly competing with one another. But there's also an interdependence, with each event building Canberra's reputation as a music destination.
It does put Canberra on the map as a destination. You do get acts coming, and particularly if we start talking about international acts, that start recognising the name, and I think that's something that Canberra has been suffering from. So for Stonefest, it's important to have a foreshore.
And a lot of artists collaborate together, work together, and they'll mention, I had a great time at this festival, or they really looked after me, and the crowd was amazing. And one thing we always get back from artists here when they're in Canberra is the crowd is so responsive and just really into the music.
And Stonefest is tomorrow at the University of Canberra. You need to be over 18 to buy a ticket.